good morning, or good afternoon, or maybe it's good evening where you are. Well, doesn't matter what time of the day it is. My hope is that it's a good one for you. How are you today? It's morning here, a lovely morning, cloudy. Take a look. It's a cloudy morning. A cloudy morning is always a great morning to work in the garden, just before the sun comes up in all its glory. Yeah. So, today's gardening tasks involves much of the preparation for another raised bed. The raised bed's been going well so far. We've already planted in 2 beds. We've planted brassicas and herbs. I hope you'll stay a little while. Remember your thumbs up. And please help the channel grow by subscribing and sharing. And you can also become a member. So thank you so much in advance for all of those. All right. Today I'm going to be working on a second raised bed. Yesterday we completed this one. And you can see it's netted. And the purpose of that is to keep the pests out. Pests, big and small. Mostly the small ones. Like the white flies, the aphids. Those that attack brassicas, greens. Yeah. And if you were here a couple of days ago, you would have seen this herbs bed being taken care of. Planted the herbs in here, and then it's also protected with netting. And now I'm going to be working on a third raised bed this morning. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, so I'm going to be working on that raised bed over there. Then when I finish that, I'll show you these 2 beds over here that we planted. And yesterday, well, that's 3 beds to show you. So today, this morning, I'll be working on this one. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your time there. Thank you for your thumbs up. Yeah, so you can see that there are kitchen scraps in here. All of our beds, wherever we plant, we use kitchen scraps as fertilizer. And they work well. Because look at this. Right here. That's some kitchen scraps, and I'm not sure what it is. So the beds are buried with kitchen scraps. Kitchen scraps are buried underneath. And so sometimes they do grow like this one. This is some kind of squash. I'm not sure. It's not pumpkin. I don't think it's cucumber. Could be a type of melon. But we will find out together. And here yesterday we planted 2 tomato seedlings. Let me show you which ones. This is one. There's a couple of tomatoes on it already. And here is another tomato seedling I planted yesterday. It rained a lot overnight, so the beds are pretty much saturated. These 2 in the tomato cages. These two tomato plants were planted, I would say, 2 weeks ago. And here we have amaranth or callaloo. Good morning, Husk. Thank you for coming. Hi, EP tomato. Yes, yes. And this bed now is a sweet potato bed. And the story of this is where we did our last harvest. Now, whenever you plant sweet potatoes, after harvesting, there's always going to be some left somewhere in the beds. Well, and that's what happened here. So our intention was to let them grow so we can have the slits to plant in another bed. But these things grew so rapidly that when we decided to take them out, we realized that they even started blossoming. We saw a blossoming there. So what's the point? We're just going to leave them here. Thank you, Masha. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but yeah, so the bed here, we did not really deliberately plant the slits. They grew up from the last harvest. And so we just said, you know what, since they start blossoming, it's putting up blossom. Let me see if I can find a blossom. Oh, here's one right here. Oh no, that's not one. There's one way under, we can't even get to it. But, so we just decided to leave this bed alone. It's doing well, and we didn't plant. Hey, we'll keep it. Yeah. So when I'm finished putting the soil in this one over here, I'll show you the next two. Like this one that we netted yesterday, and this one over here, that small one. I'll show you what's in them. But yeah, so this bed is going. We have this one today. I'm going to be, if you see kitchen scraps, those are kitchen scraps. I'm going to put the raised bed soil, 2 bags. We've been putting soil and fertilizer, homemade fertilizer that is. We've been putting soil, fertilizer, kitchen scraps, just to get the bed ready for the fall crops. And you know, fall is here, so this is the time that we plant here in this area. All summer the bed's been on a what I would call a sabbatical. My mom been wanting that. Oh, wanting what? Tell me, what does she want? What does she want? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, tell me about your mom. What is it she wants? Good afternoon from Romania. I like you, number one. Hey, Dan. Yes, Dan, you've been here before. I've seen you before. Thank you so much for coming, for always coming. Yeah. Oh, the garden thing? Which thing? Or she just wants a garden? Is that what you're saying? You know, like I've been telling people all the time, you don't need land space to plant. All you need to start with is a container. If you have a container, plant something. And on Monday, 2 days ago, today's Wednesday, right? I was telling my audience that you could just start with something as simple as green onions. These right here, green onions in a container. Leave it on your windowsill and you will always, as long as you are clipping it and using it, you will always have green onions. Some places they call it scallion. Yeah. So gardening is very easy. Just as long as you maintain it, keep it up. You know, because it's life. So you have to treat it like it's life. So I'm going to take out these weeds here. weeds. My mom also has green onions. Yeah. Any herb. She can start with any herbs. Any herbs will grow in a small pot and they grow quickly. And as long as you are clipping and you keep coming back to it and using it, it will keep growing. All right, so this soil in the bag that you're looking at is for raised beds. It's an organic soil specifically for raised beds. So I'm going to open up this one and spread it out. And notice that this bed has two parts, so we can plant two different types of crops, one on this side and one on the other side. Whenever you're working in soil, always put on what country? I'm in the US. Yeah, I'm in the US. Where are you from? Whenever you working in soil, always protect your lungs, wear a mask. I'm in the southern part of the United States. Oh, you're from England. Oh, about 5 hours ahead. Welcome. Thank you. I'm in the southern part of the US where it's mostly tropical. I have some friends in England who are also content creator, and I know for their garden they struggle with what do you call those creatures? Look like slugs. Slugs. There are some huge slugs there. I mean, I don't have that issue. We have all the issues like white flies and aphids. If you're just coming in, welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm working in this raised bed here, getting it ready to plant our fall crops. This, this particular raised bed. Hi, Ali. Good morning. How are you doing? Trying to get some things done, before the sun comes up and before it starts to rain. Yeah, you know how it is on this side. This particular raised bed soil is very good because it has worm casting, which is a great ingredient for your garden. Worm casting is just worm poop, you know, and that's what makes up um, soil. So when you see little worms in your soil, that's what you want. Oh, Tiger Lily. Good morning, Felicia Farmer. Good morning. Morning here. I don't know what time it is where you are. Could be good afternoon, but welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Yeah, I'm getting this bed ready so we can start planting our fall crops. When I'm finished over here, I'll show you what we have done so far. Wait for that. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what we have done so far when I'm finished on this side so you can see the other beds. A couple of them have already been netted, and I'll tell you why all that is done. If this is your first time here on this channel, welcome. Bless up village food season. Yes, yes. One of my favorite seasons to plant because when the fall season comes around, it's time to plant the fall crops. Yeah. So let me show you before I move from this area. For those of you who have not seen the garden, let me show you a few areas in the garden. All right, let's start right here at the okra bed. This okra bed has been going all summer. And I see one that's already ready to be harvested. We have harvested several okras from this bed. And as you can see, the leaves are beginning to get brown. That means the season for it is getting closer to the end. But we have eaten quite a few from here. Here is the guava tree. This guava tree has been very prolific. Oh, that you just saw there, see that red? It's a red bird, it's a cardinal. So they also have their feeder right here. Yeah. So this tree, we have had many guavas from here. Big ones, small ones. Right now, I don't think there's any to be harvested. But guavas are so delicious in drinks. Yeah, that's how I enjoy them. I don't really enjoy eating them because of so many tiny seeds, but I love to put them in drinks, juices or smoothies or whatever. Now I can't take you any further on this spot, but I'll show you. I'll just zoom in, like here, this coconut tree is blossoming for the first time. And there are about 1, 2, 3, 4 of those blossoms. And each of those give you, there's some little things on it that look like coconut. If they're properly pollinated, and bees are always over there, if they're properly pollinated, then we will get coconuts. We have a papaya tree right there, a pigeon peas, that's a volunteer one, meaning we didn't plant it, it just came up on its own, and we have harvested a lot of pigeon peas from there. And behind this guava tree are plantains and bananas, and there are even some on the plants, but I can show you some up closer. This here is a sapodilla, or good morning, Hollywood Joels. Oh, my neighbor. Good morning. From Hollywood, Florida. Thank you for coming. And guys, thank you for your thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do that. You will enjoy and learn a lot from this channel. This is a sapodilla tree, also known as nesberry, a very sweet fruit. And earlier I showed this bed right here. It is a sweet potato bed. I call it the Jamaican sweet potatoes. And these were leftovers from our last harvest. We were expecting that some of the slips would just grow and we will get the slips and put them in another bed, but this thing never stopped growing. You're up early, man. No Cuban coffee yet? Early? It's 7:45 right now. It is early, but this is the best time to be in the garden. All right. So this bed just kept growing, and then we start seeing blossoms on it, and so we said, why even pick them up and try to plant them somewhere else? We're going to leave them right here and see what happens. It's fluffy, it's healthy, so we're just going to leave it. And this is a bed that we planted some tomatoes. Those cages are called tomato cages. So we have tomatoes, we have amaranth or callaloo, and then this right here, I can't tell you what it is. Don't know. It grew from kitchen scraps that we threw in here. So underneath the beds are kitchen scraps. So even these little things right here, they look like callaloo. Yeah, callaloo was planted in this bed last season. So they're coming up again. And here we have two tomato plants that we planted there yesterday too. And you will also see some other callaloo coming up in about a week or so. Here is one of our many pineapple beds. One right here and another here. Now we love pineapples. And this tree is it's called a Barbados cherry tree. Yeah. When they are ripe, they are very red in color. Here is a sapodilla tree. No, it's a sapodilla, sorry. That's a sugar apple tree. Now with that sugar apple tree right there, Hollywood, I got mango trees, lemon, lime, tomatoes, basil, avocado, starfruit, tangerine, and many other plants. I love that stuff. So you have a thriving garden. Very good. Very, very good. Love that. Yeah. So this tree, for about 2 years, stopped bearing fruit. It bore 1 year, and then it stopped. So we kept feeding it kitchen scraps. And the kitchen scraps kept growing. So we get tomatoes, we get sweet peppers. I see something looking down there like potatoes right now. The only thing we planted down there deliberately are pineapples. And the tree just would not put out anything. And I kept saying to the tree, you need to do something before I have to do something about you. And sure enough, I can't even take you over there to show you. Oh, but I think I have it on my other phone. There was a sugar apple. when I checked about 4 days ago, a sugar apple showed up. I'm going to. Hello, John. Where are you from? I'm from the US. Thank you for coming. Next to the beach, not too much growing well because no soil, mostly sand. I tried planting pomegranate, didn't go. I have grapes too. Oh yes, it's sandy here, so that is why as you see me just using those at soil, you have to fortify your soil. You have to purchase soil, is what it is. Because yeah, we're close to the beach. It's just sandy. Exactly. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So you have to get soil to put on top of the soil you have in the garden. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where you from, Johnny? Where you watching from? I'm trying to find that sugar apple to show you that is on the tree over there. Because if I go over there, I'm going to lose you. You're going to start buffering and you'll be gone. Yes, purchase, but not good for some of the fruit trees. I always buy soil, always fertilize. I make my own fertilizer. Go on my channel, you will see how to make homemade fertilizer with kitchen scraps. Yeah. So we don't actually, I think we only buy fertilizer one time, and it's when we start in the beds like now. But, and if you know anybody who has a chicken farm, ask them to give you some chicken manure like I have in those 2 white containers there. 50 fancy Russian pigeons brought from Russia. Wow. So you do pigeoning too. So you're busy. Yeah. Okay. So they are trained, I guess. All right. All right. So I put the pigeon poop in the ground. Yeah, it's good. Let me show you the pigeon peas that's over there. Here it is. Hope we can see it properly. Not the, this is the sugar apple. I'm talking about pigeon peas because you said it. That's the sugar apple. We also call it sweet sap. Yeah. So that's the one over there on that tree. And I have to keep checking it because I don't want the birds or any other critters to get to it before we do. Yeah. Never tried it. How it tastes? As the name implied, it is very sweet. It has lots of seeds that you just suck off the thing on the seed. It's very delicious. If you Hollywood jewels, you could probably find some like in the swap shop. Because you're in swap shop, you may find them. Yeah, but they're delicious. Oh, no, I am a female. I know what tripped you up. It's the name. But that's our garden name. Yeah, it's a family garden. All right. So back here we have some more coconut. Oh, here's one. Let me see if I can get closer. If you look closely, you will see coconuts on that one. You go to Stop Shop and Sunrise? Go, yes, when you go there, walk around and ask for, it's called sugar apple. Or some people you might say sweet sap. SWEETSOP. Yeah. So that's that. And we have banana plants over here. And behind them, I can't go any further. It's going to start buffering. Behind them is also another coconut tree that we have drunk coconut water from early this year. In front of you here is this is a jackfruit tree. It's a young tree. A jackfruit tree takes 5 to 7 years before it starts producing fruits. This tree is coming up on its 5th year. So I'm hoping that it will start producing fruits this year or early next year. Here we have a banana that is almost ready to be harvested. You have a very, very beautiful, rich garden, my friend. Thank you so much, Hollywood Jewels. Yeah, if you subscribe, you'll see and you'll find a lot. I have a lot of videos on. Check them out. Yeah. We have our bananas, and you know that bananas can be eaten green once they're fit. All you have to do is boil them. Cook them like you do potatoes. Here is a June plum tree. This is a dwarf tree. It's called June plum, or some people may know it as golden apple. And this June plum tree produces fruit all year round. They can be eaten green or ripe. When they're ripe, they're yellow. But people eat them green, or you can make juice with them. Yes. Top shoulder. And then we have what is called an ackee tree. You don't have fig? No, we don't have any figs. This ackee tree, we have harvested. I stopped counting after number 13. I stopped counting at 13. So we have harvested at least 13 times. And this tree, we had to save it early this year. It was overtaken by pests, whiteflies. We had to trim almost half of the bottom part, then treat it with neem oil. Oh, now you know where to go if you're hungry, if you're going hungry. Yeah, there's always something here. So neem oil is an organic pest control. And we sprayed and trimmed and sprayed and trimmed, and the tree came back. I mean, it's the first time that it's borne so many fruits. Over here we have our papayas. And this tree we have been harvesting. Hello, Joshua. Good morning to you. Yes, thank you for coming by. And those of you who have not yet given your thumbs up, go ahead. If you're watching on your phone, just double tap the screen. Or click the three dots on the right, top right of your screen. Papaya, you need male and female trees. We never got any. I know people do say sometimes they get male trees, but we never get male. It's always female. And so we have been harvesting from here, male and female. I see what you said. No, we don't have any male ones. At least I don't see any yet. Now, these are young. This one is coming up now. And this one looks like we're going to get papaya from it. This one is also budding. Like we're going to be getting papayas from it too. This is a hog plum tree. We have had to trim this tree several times because it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Hollywood Joe is saying, hi, Joshua. And there's another papaya tree. This is where we have gotten most of our papayas from. This tree right here, we have harvested at least 200 papayas from this. And look up there, there's more. He said, I went to Sunrise to buy a papaya tree and I asked if it's female. They look at me like I asked them about diamonds. Yeah, you need to ask. And you see, and when somebody look at you like that, then you need to walk away because it means they don't know that there's a difference. That's what it is. So they will just sell you a tree and not even know if it can bear fruits. And then we have more papayas. Oh, you see what I was talking about earlier about you don't need land space to plant? That papaya tree is in a container. There were 2 of them there and 1 broke. So I thought, it's good because it needs all the energy to go into 1 tree. So that tree right there in the container. And it's blossoming. No, I don't sell fruits. I usually give them away to friends, neighbors, family. Yeah. And then we have a tree here that we are going to be planting soon. This is a mango tree. It's an East Indian mango tree. And back there, which I can't take you because you're going to start buffering, we have some more pineapple beds and some other things that start growing like pigeon peas. Then we have, if you go on my channel, you will see yesterday's video is about a dwarf avocado that produced 2 huge avocados. So that tree is less than 5 feet. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there behind that pineapple. Hey, I'm your neighbor somewhat. Oh, I see what you're saying. But you have a lot of fruit trees there. You have a lot of fruits. What you listed off there? It's a lot. Let me show you some more. Oh, there's another 2 more pineapple beds over here. Oh, you hear the birds? I love that. This is a pineapple bed right here. And another one over here. We love pineapples and papayas. Yeah. So that's mostly, not everything, but mostly what's in the garden. A great hobby to have. Here are things that we're going to be planting. Celery, collard greens. And there's a sweet pepper right here. And let me show you what's already planted. Excuse me. All right, see this small bed here? That's my herbs bed, I call it. This little box was gifted to me. Thank you, Hollywood Jewels. A lot of work. It does take a lot of work, but I don't mind because that's my way of exercising too. This little box was gifted to me, and so I decided to turn it into a herbs bed box. Last year, no, not last year. That was early this year. So I planted some herbs the other day again, because over the summer, the little pest took over what was there. So here we have basils, we have oregano, parsley, thyme, and around the bed, I planted a few green onions, because green onions also deter pests. The iguana don't eat it. I subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing, Hollywood Joel. I appreciate it. Well, yes, same problem. Iguana eat everything. Yes, they do. They eat everything, but the only time that we saw iguana was last week. And I hope it doesn't come back. Because we all know that iguanas eat anything that is green. So that's one of the reasons why I also make sure I have my net over it to kind of deter them. But having a herb bed or herb box is so cool because every time I'm going to cook, I just come out here, clip a piece of herb, go back in the kitchen. Yeah, and my yard has hundreds of them. Hundreds? Wow. Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but if you have so many, then planting green stuff in a bed, it wouldn't be beneficial because you'd just be feeding them a buffet. They are literally all over. I know in some places they are. They are a pest. When I say a pest, terrible pests. So we have to be vigilant here too to make sure that they don't take over this garden. You know? And the thing about them, and I try to tell people that iguanas here are not native. They're not native to Florida. They were brought here and now they don't have any predator and they're taking over. I'm sorry that you're going through all of that. If I see when I come at that. Yeah, and they'll grow very, very long. Now this bed is the one that we completed yesterday. The video for this, I think it's coming out is it today? Yes, today. Yeah. So this we have here are what we call brassicas. That's broccoli, kale, we have mustard green. I think that's all we planted in this bed. And the other brassicas are the ones I showed you earlier. We're going to be planting soon in that bed that I just worked at. Those are going over there. So yeah, so you see I have to net these beds because of the pests. And my concern now is about that iguana that I saw. I know where there's one, there is more. So yeah, I understand what you're going through, Hollywood, Jules. Yeah, I know. Once they start coming in and breeding, it's like that's it. It's over. Yeah, if you're just coming in, welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I appreciate you coming by. If you have not yet done your thumbs up, just go ahead and double tap your screen if you're watching from your phone. According to my analytics, most of my viewers are watching from their phone, and then others from their iPads and TV. I need to do some weeding over here from this okra bed. I'm gonna take some out here from my little green onion bed right here. One of the easiest things to plant. So what I did was, how I plant my green onions is I bought a bundle from the supermarket, cut off the top part and use them, and then I planted the bottom. All right, Hollywood says, I'm going to get my coffee now. I need my battery. It was a pleasure. My name is Vadim, and I'm a jeweler. Oh, in Hollywood. You stay blessed and have a beautiful day. We talk again soon, God willing. Thank you so much. You have a blessed day, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, and your comments. Yeah. So those of you who are watching, go ahead and leave a comment. I always respond. So go ahead and comment. Yes. Thank you, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let me clean up this bed here. Now, weeds, I call them thieves, because they just come here to steal what your plants need, like sunlight and all the nutrients your plants need. That's what weeds come to take. And if you leave them there, they will take over. All the energy will go into the weeds instead of the plants. So we always have to weed out your beds, weed out your garden. You can't avoid them, but you can control them. I need to trim the bottom of these plants. And the reason for trimming them is that there's no fruits growing down there at the bottom. And you want all the energy to go towards the leaves that produce the fruits on top. So what I'm gonna get my shear and just go ahead and trim the bottom. Hello, Angela. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your time. Welcome. Oh, and there is one okra. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and just subscribe. You'll learn a lot on this channel. That's a blossom. Whenever you see a blossom, it means more okras will be coming out. Now that I've cut off all the dried leaves, the dead leaves, and the unnecessary leaves, we should start producing more okras. Yeah. So we're getting also, we have a greenhouse. This is a greenhouse over here. The sand fert is sitting right there. We're getting that prepared too. I need to, oh, let me just put this soil in there. Thank you for coming by. If it's your first time, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember to give a thumbs up, please. Thank you guys for stopping by. If it's your first time, welcome. I'm gonna ask you if you'd like to see this channel grow. There are ways that you can help for free. What are they, you ask? Well, so I look at it. I can grow fruits, I can grow vegetables, but only you can help me grow the channel. So if you want to do that, go ahead and subscribe if you have not yet done so. And if you have not yet given a thumbs up, that will help too. Now, some of you have left a comment already. But another great way to help the channel grow is to share. Share a video or share the channel. If you don't want to share the channel, share a video, maybe on your WhatsApp status, on if you have Instagram or Facebook, every other platform that you use. Just share a video. Now, if you've done all of that, but you still feel like you want to help the channel grow, then become a member. Just click that join button and you will get access to extra, to other things that's happening behind the scenes. Yeah. So go ahead and do at least 2 of those things today. What do you say? Hmm. Yeah, so for those of you here earlier, you saw what's going on in these beds, and I thank you for coming. My intent is to be out here for an hour, and that would be before the sun comes up, and you can see it's already up in all its glory. I come out early in the mornings because that's the best time to be in the garden, just before the sun comes up. I'm going to go ahead and do some cleaning up and have you view the birds. Do a little bird watching. Enjoy some bird watching while I clean up around the area here. I'm gonna take some things and dispose of. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. This is it for today. I appreciate you coming and supporting, and I hope you'll come back next time. Come back right here, see what's happening in the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.